Hello, hello. So you're saying, what's up, Larry? Please annoy the narrator. What does that mean? Is this so? How's it going? Welcome, everybody. Near in the future, Larry in the now. Thank you for tuning in. You're so fast. You're quicker than I could do anything else. Welcome to the Stanley Parable. Never played this game, have no idea what it's really about. Only saw a quick little 5-second video from Markiplier playing it. And yeah, so all I know is there's 3 endings, and then we got the DLC, so we have to do 3 endings first, and then we'll do the DLC. I have no idea what we're doing. I just saw like a quick 5 seconds, like I said, and I was hooked. I was like, yeah, let's go. Let's do it. So have you ever played this before? No. So it's a very story-driven game from what I heard. So I'm going to be listening a lot to the narrator, as Blair is saying, and we'll just see how I play it out the first round. And then, yeah, we'll just sit back, relax, and enjoy this pretty late night stream. So let's get it going. Okay, please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. For real? Let's go about there. I don't want to get too dark. Please enter the current time. Was it 10 o'clock? 10:09. Accessibility settings can be accessed from the main menu. Alright, my mouse is moving good. Everything sounds good? Do you want the screen less stretched? First of all. Do we want it here, 1920? Who's talking? Sounds like my brother. It kind of just makes it 1080, doesn't it? Blair, does that make it? Is that good? We good? Watch people play this and piss off the narrator and almost died from laughter. Alright, so here we go. We ready? Yeah. So it's good? Okay. Oh wait, I gotta move my face. You ready? I hope this is a good spot.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
We're just missing some of the screen.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
A man's a worker.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
What?
No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Hold on, sorry.
This is the story of a man named... This is the story of a man named...
Okay. Where's... Right, okay, so, Hello? 428? Are you home? 429? Hello?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I love Monday.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Dude, is this 432's job is just to sharpen pencils? Oh, he hates it. Oh my god. What does yours say? Who farted? Number one dad. I hope they have a number one boss in here. I like work. I just hate my boss. Oh, okay. That's pretty funny. Let's get out of here. Where's this meeting room? Hello? Hello? Yeah, anybody? Mm-hmm. Is there a meeting I didn't know about? Maybe? Who are you? I hate my guy. I saw you. Oh, still in work progress. I see you there, Stanley. Wait, where's Stanley? What am I talking about?
Hey, listen.
Hello, Matt. We're just started, man. 4B3. Hello? What the fuck?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Why the left? Why didn't I go the right?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I just want... I'm making... Hello? I'm trying to find all my employees, narrator guy. If I had a name for you, man, I would like that a lot better. You remind me of this one guy that was in my head last time. on this one planet. And it was all cold and stuff, and his name's Alan.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Oh, cold drinks. Hello?
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs, but eager to get back to business. Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Bro, I'm trying to find my employees, man. My fellow co-workers. Oh. Oh. What is in here? Let's go back here. I like this one.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Oh, what is this? Oh, shit. I mean, oh, poop. Shikaka! Hello? Never the end.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
What about right?
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh, dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
What? Hello?
Now, let's see. We went down,
Excuse me.
Right, left, down, left, right. Yep,
left.
Okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
What? Okay. But now we're just going deeper. Mr. Kane just got told that...
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding?
What am I looking at?
It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
You're watching
and this
me.
time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
He's watching me. Perfect. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors?
Anything.
Did you move the story somewhere or...
Nope.
Hold on. Why am I asking you? Nope. I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Oh, I love adventures. Let's go towards the light.
Carl!
Where's
Carl? Carl!
Alright, narrator, what am I doing next now? I'm gonna stay in the yellow hallway this time. I'm gonna just continue on down, trying to find... Where is the meeting room?
I'll
Hello?
say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this.
I was just here.
Okay, let's give it a shot. Why
Wait,
not?
What? What? What is going on?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yep. I'm trying to find the meeting room, and you keep ending the game on me. Okay, we're gonna go follow the road. Okay, now there's no door, bro.
It's worse. I might be remembering this wrong.
No, I don't think you
It's possible
can't
the story
anything.
is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction
Which
and
way?
see if we missed anything?
That way? You don't even know which way to go. I don't even know which way to go. I've worked here for like 5 years. Okay, hello?
Aha! I knew we'd miss something.
Wait.
The story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind.
What?
Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Roger. Let's do that. What?
Now this... Well,
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the
Okay.
story? I
What
don't
is
think
going
so.
on?
I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and
Thanks.
it really paid off.
Thank you so much.
Good job.
Thank you.
Oh, no, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is.
Yeah,
I don't
me too,
care
bro.
what might happen
I'm
this
in
time.
here.
I have to restart.
Here we go again. Restart. I'm like Bill Murray in Groundhog Day. With my life. My computer's broken. Gotta figure out how to find everybody.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
Nice.
Just follow the line. How
Let's
simple
go.
is that?
Left, right, left. It is simple. Wait, now you open the the back room.
Look at little Goblin Jr.
Okay.
You see?
Gonna
The
cry.
line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's
guess.
no story there?
Yeah.
Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me.
Sorry.
Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's
Bro, your lines are
subjective
getting all messed
experience
up, man.
of that existence,
Yo,
right?
squiggly wiggly.
Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Sure. You just perfect. My. Stand march on to the meeting room. Where am I working in? Financial records. We're beating the game.
Wait, cut the music, go back and look at
What'd
that
you do, buddy?
fern.
What?
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Fern. Check. Got it. Roger. I guess I just go?
Wait, what? We're back at the office?
What?
No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
What is going on? Did we not just come from here? Narrator?
Oh, no.
We're back here again?
No, not
Dude.
again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Restart. What is going on? Am I in some like procedurally generated world getting a studied narrator? I want to know. There's questions. Do I do anything? Everything I press sounds like a keyboard. Am I in hell? What is... Hello?
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh,
let's go.
This all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well,
One
I don't
life,
know.
YOLO.
How about this direction?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Narrator, you and me, same brain. Let's go.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
I want it to be something crazy, like time traveling back to the Knight's Age.
Oh, no,
like,
not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms.
What's wrong with this line?
Just don't acknowledge it.
What's wrong with it?
Fine.
I'm not looking at it, bro. Me and you, together forever, narrator. So the story I was saying, it's like the Paul Walker movie, where he went back in time, and they like brought a grenade to the medieval times. Yeah, that'd be our adventure. Like we got a time machine where you just go back in time, different times.
Ah,
Yeah.
a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact,
Right.
I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
You sure?
Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds
I'm dizzy.
with the counter-inverted reverse
Anybody else
door's
dizzy?
origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is
Exactly.
clearly yes, then by
Yeah.
all accounts, the door on the right
what I
is
was
the
saying.
correct one.
Yeah.
Another victory for logic. Come,
Logic.
Stanley.
Science.
Our destiny awaits.
Woo! Yeah, confusion ending. What?
Oh, hold up. What's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times?
What?
That's really how all this goes?
Where are we at now?
It's all determined?
Our whole life's
So
determined.
now, according to the schedule,
Is
I
that what life
restart
means?
again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide?
Narrator,
Why
so
don't
we
I
found a
get
way
a
out of
say
here.
in
We
all
go.
of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't
no?
want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to
Like
forget
Bill
what's
Murray,
going
I
on.
told you.
I don't want to be trapped like
He's not
this. I
listening.
won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I
You're gonna do
won't
it.
do it.
You're gonna do it. He's gonna do it.
And the timer stopped?
He's gonna do it.
Does that mean, did we do it? Did we
do it?
break the cycle? The,
broke
whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know?
Let's go
Will
out the
someone
door.
come for us? Will something happen? So,
Just me and you.
Okay.
In my head. Can I sit down?
I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we?
Spoken by Rascal Flatts.
Well, in the meantime, if...
Narrator? Hello? Bill Murray. Hi. Something doesn't feel right. Because I've been living the same day over and over.
all of his co-workers were gone, what could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Memos. Memos, memos, memos. Maybe I missed a memo. Maybe there's a giant, field trip the company went on.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his
The
left.
left. Right. Because I know the way around the office. I am a professional worker. I've worked here for many years. The meeting room. I
Yet
told
there
you.
was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay.
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 Groundhog Day. Bi-quarterly post review. Using slides to ensure employees everything is okay. Everyone is unique. You, most of all. Next. Number of slides on this slide. Charts and slides. Next. Rate at which charts on the same slide yeah. Yeah. I told the mold was broken after I was. What? I am unique.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Depict. That was weird. That caught me off guard. I was like, depict? No. Executive bathroom? Yo! Bro, you got like some Sims wallpaper going on up in here. Holy mother of... This just came straight out of The Sims. Someone created your house, me? Where's your secretary? Ooh, hello?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845.
Why did you tell me that?
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code
I like
by
that.
sheer
What's up, Connor?
Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Am I not? I can't see. Oh, hey. Thanks, narrator. I love you. We're best friends, right? Remember, we're gonna go on a mission. We're space cowboys. Oh, God. Hello? Hello? Oh! What the? Okay, It's really dark. Go towards the light. Loading. I think we need a...
Descending deeper into the
go big
building,
screen.
Stanley realized he felt a
We're
bit
missing a little bit of
peculiar.
the screen.
It was a stirring of emotion in his chest. as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
No. Oh, we're gonna figure out what the heck is what does this mean? What does this mean? Stand here. Something drops on your head.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Okay, just...
But of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for.
It's gonna go in my control room. I don't feel like dying.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Must not escape. There might be millions of people at jeopardy. Oh, catwalk. Go there. Cameras. Action.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
There's 427 right there. There's me. That's me. That's me. That's me. That's my office. What are you doing? Watching me click buttons. How did I find that fast? I don't know. I'm a freaking whiz. Let's go.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it?
Look at little Kaplan Jr. Gonna cry?
I hate this job.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept
go down
it.
to
His
Taco
own
Bell
life
and give me a
in someone else's control.
blast.
Never. It was unthinkable.
It's affection.
Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I've been a program. Been a program in the Matrix, man.
But here was the proof.
breaking
The
out.
heart of the
Truman
operation.
Show, Jim Carrey.
Controls labeled with emotions. Happy
Truman
or sad
Show.
or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Freedom. Four, 5. Oh, wait. Wait, what are these? There's 3? Is that 1 up there? There's 1, 2. Okay. What's gonna happen? I'm not listening to this narrator. It's locked. Open up! Hey, narrator, open up these steps, bro. You hear me? Is there a thing we can press? Nope. Beep boop bop. Let's go shut down the power. Mind controls idle, awaiting input. System power.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he
On.
knew it was his... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
No,
Stanley,
I didn't mean it.
I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this
I'm gonna
pertinent,
take you over, narrator.
Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
No.
In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's
go, baby.
desires. Oh, this is
I was
much
born
better than
for
what I
this.
had in mind. What a shame we have so
Button
little
pressing
time
made me a
left to
champion.
enjoy
Let's
it.
go.
Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated?
No.
All right,
I
I'm in
didn't
a
hit
good
3.
mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly
Shut
what
up,
happened
narrator.
to
I'm
me.
not gonna die. You're
I
gonna die.
erased them. I
What?
turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
We're supposed to be friends.
Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this,
You're a
though,
psycho.
this version of events
I don't
has
like
been
you.
rather amusing.
I'm not your friend.
Watching you try to make sense of everything
Everything I
and
said was
take back the
lies.
control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go.
Your family
But I'm
hated
sure
you.
whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even
didn't do
better.
it.
My goodness,
5.
only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious
Thank you.
additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me,
What do I
what's
do?
the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
0,
Or did you
4,
just
2.
assume when you saw that timer that something in
0,
this room was
5.
capable of turning
Wait,
it on?
what?
I mean, look at you. Running from button to button,
Shut
screen
up.
to screen,
I hate
clicking
you.
on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten?
Right.
Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
No.
Stanley.
I hate you.
You're in for quite a disappointment.
What do I do?
But here's a spoiler for you.
Incorrect.
That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along.
3.
It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made
Bitch, I'm gonna
humble.
find you, and
This
I'm
is
gonna
not a
make you
challenge.
pay.
It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first.
I'm sending
so
key to
you
send power surge.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley.
More power
That's 30
surges.
seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just
No.
you being blown
No.
to pieces.
Shoot.
Will you cling desperately to your frail
Goodbye,
life?
employee
Or will you let
427.
it
No.
go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever.
What? We're back. What the fuck just happened? The guy's a dick. Don't listen to him at all.
All of his
Shut up.
co-workers were
I
gone.
hate you.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting
I know
room.
all about
Perhaps
you.
he had
I
simply
know
missed a
your
memo.
works. I know what you're all about. I know
Hey,
your games.
listen.
Wait, there's five. Was I doing something right? Excuse my
When
friend.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
He went to the
he
one on
entered
the
the
left.
door on his left.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna go to the right, and then we're gonna find you, and I'll beat you to a pulp. I know what you did to me.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Yeah.
Feeling a
shut
wave
up.
of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
No. You know what? I'm not going upstairs. Going downstairs is
But Stanley
Creepy
just
noise.
couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work
1,
hours,
2,
he might be
4.
fired for that. And in such a competitive economy,
1,
why had
2,
he taken that
4.
risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy.
I think you're
And then
crazy.
something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers
Did I-
blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all, none of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
What
Why
the?
did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were
Get out of
starting
my
to
head,
look
I
pretty familiar.
hate
Were they simply
you.
repeating?
You're
No,
repeating
Stanley
yourself.
said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real.
What?
And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming!
What?
He yelled. This is all a dream.
This is a dream. This is a
What
dream. This is.
relief Stanley felt
The coffee's
to
on
have
the ground.
finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job.
Hey,
He wasn't
listen.
crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still
the-
not woken up.
I'm
How
dreaming.
was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the
I'm in a nightmare.
strangest question of them all entered
You are
Stanley's
not
head.
real.
One he was amazed
Nothing
he
is
hadn't
real.
asked himself sooner.
This is just a
Why
dream.
is
1, 2,
there a
before.
voice in my head
1, 2,
dictating
before.
everything that
I've
I'm
walked through
doing
this
and
door like
thinking?
15 times.
Now the voice was describing itself
Blue room,
being
blue
considered by
carpet. Yeah,
Stanley,
vending
who found
machine.
it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself?
Yeah.
Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now
I'm
as he's
dreaming.
ever been in
I'm
his
dreaming.
life.
I'm
Now,
dreaming.
hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to
I'm
Stanley.
dreaming.
After all,
I'm
he knew
literally
for certain,
walking
beyond a doubt,
through
that
the
this
same
was in fact a
rooms.
dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake
Let's
up.
go sleep.
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress
We're
on
gonna
his
wake up
back,
and we'll be home.
the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let
He
me
keeps
wake
over
up,
talking me.
he thought to
He's not a
himself.
nice person. He's
I'm through with
tormenting
this
me
dream.
and likes watching me
I
die.
wish it to be over.
I
Let
wish
me
you to
go
be
back
over.
to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons.
See,
Please.
that's all he wants to
It's
see.
all I want.
That's all he wants
I
to
want
see.
my apartment and my wife and my job. All I
Don't have
want
an
is my
apartment.
life exactly
You-
the
I
way
just
it's
push
always
buttons all
been.
day.
My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
Everything's
I
fine when
am
I find you.
okay.
I'm not okay. Don't you freaking... Oh, Jesus Christmas, we're not dreaming!
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
I just had a stroke. That's what happened. And then I'm gonna wake up.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't.
Mariella, there you go.
It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
All right. Let me know something, guys. Does this make it weird looking? Hold on. Does it look normal? Now we're getting all the screen.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Don't leave, like, my room? I already left it. Alright, we're not going to the memo room. I'm not listening to any direction this guy gives me. Alright.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
You're messing with
Perhaps
me,
he wanted to
and I
stop
don't
by
wanna
the
listen to
employee
you.
lounge first, just to admire it.
Alright, employee lounge.
Wow. Yes, this
Gone.
room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope, we're going straight. Don't care what you say, you don't control my life.
Stanley was so bad at following directions,
I
it's
hate
incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I don't want to talk to you anymore, narrator. You're not even real. You're a figment of my imagination. I've got crazy, I forgot to take my pills, and that explains everything. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion. Will cause death. Penalty of misuse of the cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000. Will cause death, $5,000. Hope your family is happy. I'm assuming that's where it goes. Key card access. Do we pick up stuff? I don't have an inventory.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult,
You are my
but the
enemy.
fact is that the story has been about nothing but
shown your true
you
colors.
all this time.
Yes.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
12B4,
Someone you've
12B4.
forgotten about. Please, stop
Wait,
trying
wait.
to make every decision
A2.
by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Before.
This is it, Stanley.
Before.
Your chance
Before.
to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
What? Don't stop it. Stop implanting fake imaginations in my head or memories. There's no... Alright. Alright. Let's go to the void. Yeah. Ah!
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
God?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go.
Is room
All right, now,
427.
I want you to come in and tell me all about
Your damn
Gotcha.
You
Oh,
son
come
of
on.
I don't
Did you
like
actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you?
You're
I'm
the
trying to make a
devil.
point here, Stanley.
devil. He's the
I'm
devil.
trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
That's messed up, bro.
This is a very sad story about the death of a
like
man
a
named
cat,
Stanley.
a new puppy. I can't go in. Good morning, employee 427. Press U on the... No. No. I refuse to press your little button. You press it.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
You son of a bitch. No. Let me out of here. I'm not a boring individual and my life doesn't suck.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Exactly. I want to watch TV. Oh yeah, watch TV.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Spend time with the boys.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Let's see. Prepare dinner.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he
I
began to fill it with
literally
many
blinked
possible
and it all
paths and
changed.
destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls.
life.
And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions.
This is,
And down another was a game with a baby. And he called
What
it
society has
the
turned into.
Stanley Parable.
I'm gonna tell my kids your story.
It was
Kids.
such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end,
again.
that he might always
again.
feel this
And
free.
again.
Surely there's an answer
Bill
down
Murray.
some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
I'm about to go down to Taco
Press
Bell and get me a
O to
blah
tell your-
blast.
I love you.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's
my
doing is
AI
pushing
wife
the
doesn't
same
even
buttons
love
he
me.
always
I'm
has.
never gonna find
Nothing
it.
has changed. The longer he
Wife.
spends here, the more invested he
My
gets,
AI
the
wife.
more he forgets which life is the real one.
Stanley, let's just go to sleep.
And I'm trying to tell him this. That in this world
go
he
to
can
sleep,
never be
and we'll
anything
wake
but
up,
an
and we'll
observer.
be at a
That as long
farm,
as he remains here, he's slowly
and it's all
killing
dream.
himself. But he won't listen to me.
Right?
He won't stop.
Must
Here,
be.
watch this.
Listen
Stanley,
here, Bobby.
the next time the screen
Whoa.
asks you to push a button, do not do it.
I hate this guy.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
And I question nothing.
I suppose I can't.
My-
Not in the way
My
I
life
want him
is,
to.
means
But I
nothing.
don't make
I
the
am
rules.
worthless. I
I
just want to
simply
go
play
there.
to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once
and
more to
I.
convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley
Please
pushed
die.
a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And
Hey, welcome back. I'm Bill Murray, and this is Groundhog Day.
wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken.
Wait, maybe they did.
No, the orders were still missing. For now.
Yes. Stay. Maybe we just click the keyboard 100 times. I'm clicking the keyboard from the back. I'm like this. That's how good Stanley is at typing keys. I think we gotta move. We're gonna move. Remember that escape door? When he said I'm gonna die? Let's go that way. Escape.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
And then we're gonna enter the door on the left. And then we're gonna enter the door
Yet
on
there was
the right.
not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
How's there nothing here? There's gotta be something. There's gotta be something.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet.
Nope.
No reason to still be here.
Yes, there is. I'm not leaving this broom closet till you tell me what it is.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be
Right
justified in some way.
I was wondering
As
if
it
that's
is,
safe
he's
or-
literally just standing there doing sweet FA. Are you really still in the broom closet?
Yes, I am.
Standing around
Pissing
doing
you
nothing?
off, huh?
Why?
You dummy.
Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Because you're confusing me and I hate you. And I want you to go away. Free me. Free Stanley. Freedom for Stanley.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past
There is
the
a
broom
choice. It's
closet,
my choice.
at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur
FAU.
to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
Or you are. Stupid narrator who has no name. Your mom didn't even give you a name. That's how much she hated
Maybe
you.
to you this is somehow its own branching path.
Uh-huh.
Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get
I
the
went to
broom
Narnia
closet
through a
ending?
closet,
The broom
you
closet
dick."
ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
You're a real prick, you know that? Excuse my French, but I do not like you, narrator.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Excuse me, you freaking mean person. There's a lot more things I want to say
Well,
to
I've
you.
come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now.
I've never been pissed off by
You're
a narrator.
dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them.
Good
All
on
right.
you.
When you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Nope. You can kiss my rear butt. Kiss my butt. Guess what? No. No. Nope. I'm not leaving. How does that make you feel, narrator? Huh? You can't talk to me because you're not programmed far enough, huh? I'm not hearing anything from your stupid voice. Tell me I'm fat, stupid, and whatever. Ugly. Thank you.
Ah, second player. You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Slapped your mama. Alright, let's go.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Do we go to the... Yeah, we go to the boss's office. And then we're gonna go to the escape room. Hey, what's this? Another one. What the? Hold on. I got the feeling money's for stealing. But not yours, of course. So that's a lovely purse. Say that's a lovely purse. I got a feeling money's for the stealing, but not yours, of course. Say that's a lovely purse. Time. Extreme bathrooms. No? I don't even see a reflection of me. How do mirrors work in this game? Is that a sign? Am I a vampire? Am I real? What the fudge is wrong with this picture? Oh, it's a panda. Oh my god, what the hell? Business strategy. Kill pandas. Oh my god, what kind of company do I work for? Indoors Monthly. Great. Indoors Monthly. Huh? Huh? Up? What's up, Shane? How's it going? I can dig this music. No narrator's been talking. Love it. You guys a dick. Is that him playing the music? You son of a... Really?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk.
What's up with these three
What
bottles
could
of
its
wine?
purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret pin number. 2845.
2845.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing.
That's right. Okay.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
We're gonna go this way, and then the narrator's gonna be all nice to me, and then be like, eh. We got that way. Shane, for the kind words. Appreciate that. The hustle is real. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for the light. See plexus.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
I'm supposed to meet my
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
I can crouch? I wonder if I
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
I'm not afraid of death. Death is afraid of me. Oh my god.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyebrows from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Oh. Goodbye, world. I love you. Have fun. What?
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
The Stanley parable.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
That's nature paintings. Okay. Stanley's computer. Look, I'm like in a museum. The office layout. The blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path to Stanley's office from the 2 doors. Part of the game that it's built. Sections have added, altered throughout the development. Through the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. Pacing of the opening section is important to get right. Oh, the pacing of the opening section was important to get right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the 2 doors in a good time. The set of the 2 open doors, the very first concrete piece of Stanley Parable's design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it. Exploration of the contradiction this room posed. Credits. Oh, we beat the game? What? We beat the game. I feel like... Oh. Oh, there's a girl you like. And I don't know if I should ask her out. I feel like she likes me, but I'm scared of just getting friend zoned. Well, just go for it, man. You know, yeah, just go for it, man. It's not gonna hurt. If it's right, it's right. You know. But then you get friend zoned. You get friend zoned. And then you know. It's like, okay. Gotcha. Yeah. Life's short, bro.
Pushed the big red button.
Hey, I heard to ask. What was that? Someone just talked.
Stanley jumped in the river. Stanley walked over the bridge.
Kevon Brighting. Kevon! That's our guy's name. We got a
Now
name.
then, this elevator for sure
Hard to
will get
ask,
him
man.
right back on track to where
Stanley
he
Life's
stood
short,
on the
man.
roof in the story.
You know? Live, let live. Right? Is that the right way?
Stanley pushed the number 6.
I'd just be like, yeah, I'd be like, cool, okay. And
He pushed the number 6.
nothing's awkward, just
Stanley pushed
continue being
the
friends.
orange lever.
If you guys are really good friends, it shouldn't
Stanley
even
pushed
affect anything,
the
maybe.
orange lever.
Maybe.
Now look closely, Stanley. See how it's impossible for the player to do anything in this room. Perfect example of floor-level design. Textbook mistake. Well, it's the kind of thing you pick up on intuitively if you had even the most fundamental understanding of good and bad game design. But of course, you being you, you're
I
probably
feel you on that, Shane, man. And, dude, like, I feel you on that 100%, dude. And my years of experience, I've just found is, dude, you know what? If you find someone you like, and you want to know that, you know, like you're gonna say your friend, just freaking go ask them. Say something, not like stupid, but like, you know, plan it, but life's too short though. 100%. Life's too short. we ran 4 major teaser trailers over the course of the game's development, each meant to convey something about the spirit of the game. First one was released in May 2012. How do we get out of here? Conversation, yeah. Yeah, ease into it.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another.
Perfect.
How they both wish to be free.
Give me a second, Cam. I want to be free. Free!
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game.
No,
As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's
No.
path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
No! It was all a dream. Never beat the game. I feel like girls on so many mixed signals that I just don't pick up on them blatantly. Bro, I'm in my 30s and I still get that. I'm in my 30s and I still get that. So we just beat the game one way. Now we gotta figure out.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
420?
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
New content. Wait. How do I see if I beat the other endings? Is there a way? To see that? Oh, you got a test. Get some rest, bud. Good luck on it. Hope you ace it. Did we do the 3 endings? I think we did all 3 endings. We did at least 2. Are the resets endings? Alright, man. Appreciate you stopping in. Thank you so much, buddy. And good luck. And I hope good luck with the girl. Rooting for you, man. Come back and let me know. How about that? Come back and let us know how it goes. Do we go this way?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
See, I want to see something on. Is there a way I can see? Oh my God! Look! Oh my God! Look, we're in a life of life. Do we just do the new content?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
New content? How did they add new content to this? That's pretty crazy. Let's do it. Stanley's on another adventure. Yeah.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Okay.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Oh, wow.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Yay! Yay!
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Wait, we literally...
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken?
I don't
What's
know,
going
dude.
on here?
There's no buttons.
Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
I love new content. We barely played the first one.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Let's go.
All right.
The jump circle.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Oh. I can jump. Do I really have to jump 30 times? Hey. Imagine this was Switch Sports. What? Do I get a reward?
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content.
What?
There has to be something else, right?
That's it.
Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say,
What are we doing?
initial impressions of this
What's your
game
name?
are not positive.
Aaron?
It's just
Archon?
elevators and jumping.
Then
Is this what
Archon.
passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there.
There you
Hell,
go.
I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait.
Beautiful.
There's more. Very good. Yes.
Okay.
I
What
knew
else
there
we
had
got?
to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
I was born ready. What kind of office building do we work in? It's like something from Half-Life. Thank you for
That's
enjoying
it?
the new content.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievement, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always.
Let's do
What
it.
do you say, friend?
Friend. Gordon Freeman. That's a lot different. Wait, what the hell? Okay. That's my office. We are now in the warehouse.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
What's in here, bro? Coffee nut.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be.
Okay.
So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Oh, the Memory Zone. I love it. It's like a little museum, huh?
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
It's crazy now what games have come to be. It really is. Stanley Parable. That's pretty cool. I never played the game in 2013. It's my first time playing it. Memory, sweet memory. It is crazy to think what games are now today. The first dollar they made. Stanley Parable. Unachievable achievement. It's your first achievement you get. All the awards. The death scene I had. Yep, I guess we did run through all three endings. Picture. In loving memory of little Stanley. Aww.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now, a lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Yo, this game is awesome. It's ragging on these new games so hard. It's making me really like sad though to think of what a lot of games have come to be. Really, man. Like, man, all the buttons we've pressed. Bars.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Bro, really? Oh.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again.
Okay, we're going downstairs.
Wait, hang on.
What's going on?
I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Yeah, no.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Oh, God, Jesus. Our narrator is very rude. It is not like negative reviews, huh? And I thought it was raining outside. Unfunny. Here we go, another one.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record.
Oh, I love it.
I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down.
You did.
Perhaps the
You're a
Stanley
dick.
Parable
That's
isn't
why.
quite as sterling as I always remembered.
There's another memory in here. Hold on. Can we get to that one? Did we? I think we were over there. Here's another negative one.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's
Don't
my
give
motto
in.
today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
No! Don't give in! Never give in! Keep it how it is!
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop
I
you
don't
forward
wanna
in
press
time
it.
so
I
that the
hate
second my
skip
incessant
buttons.
droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people, and if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut
just wanna
up.
see if you're gonna
Here,
shut up.
We'll pretend that I've just begun
Wait, what's
an
behind you?
interminable monologue,
Hold on.
and it goes something like
What
this.
is going on?
The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once. So now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet. No, until 245.
Oh, you're back, you see.
Roger.
You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made... Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right...
Get out of here.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was...
Wait, what?
Well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes?
Bye-bye.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. And my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley.
Oh, God.
Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time, just sitting here, not a single person to speak with. And
Bye-bye. Oh, they did a great job.
Oh, hello, it's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through.
Yep.
I've had so much time, I stopped keeping track.
You loved watching me just do it over and over again? Yeah. Eat it, buddy. Archon? Arachnid? Aaron? Hello? Why is that beeping? The clock fell. The clock fell. Okay, let's skip.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us.
Bye-bye. This is far too self-aware. It's crazy. What is going on? Okay. Aaron? Archon. I forget your name. What? Hello?
The end is never the end, 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 is never.
Archon. Aaron. Hello. Did I break him? I think I broke him. Wait, what? Hold up, what is that? It's raining. That was like really raining. Okay, let's skip again. Ooh. Oh my god, what's up, Chuck? How you doing, buddy? Archon? Buddy. Hey man, I didn't mean to skip you so much. I miss you. Archon. Come on, buddy. Come back to me. Oh. Oh, I see trees. Oh. Wait. Let's skip forward. I think we found time travel. No! Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Next phone. Yeah, the program in Resident Evil. 100%. You're doing better. You're doing better, Chuckman. I'm glad to hear that, buddy. Always gotta look up at the other side, right? What? Hello? Archon? Archon. Where am I? Archon. Do we go towards the sun? It's a whole new world. Archon. What is going on?
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were. Just a matter of time. Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Wait, was that just the new content? Was that it? I'm so confused. This game is the most confusing game I've ever played in my mind. I went to the doctor or whatever they called it, and actually... Good, man. At least you went there and you got boom, first steps, right?
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
What?
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
I think he's trolling me. I think we're getting trolled.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
I like these rooms. Modern, cool looking. The Stanley Parable 2. There's two Stanleys.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out.
Like
Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
It reminds me of, I forget what the street my brother lived off of, but this area reminds me of it. New York City.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Exclusive. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Let's see. Alright, the person playing the game. Let's go. Huh?
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now?
I am 100%
If so,
Jim.
then please step forward and press the button.
Jim.
Whoa, no way!
You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it again. Do it again.
Yeah, ready?
Jim.
It hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
I want to hear my name once more.
Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim. I'm putting the Jim button away. Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
I'm Jim. My name is Jim. What's your name? Not Jim. My name is Jim. Jim's the name! Oh God. My name's Jim. Jim.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley
My name
Parable
is Jim.
2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
My name is Jim.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, yes, it would go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Is it Jim? Jim. Wait, no, my name's Stanley. Stanley. Oh no, is it one of these? What is this? Settings World Champion. It's one of these steps, isn't it? Can't get in there. No access for you. Jim. Infinite hold? What? Free new easy achievement. Or infinite hole.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Happy
You know,
12th birthday.
sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along.
Yay!
Get Well Someday it is.
What? I hate you, narrator. You don't let me ever get what I want. Ugh, gross.
Or actually,
Merch.
maybe I should have gone with... No.
Yes.
No, I've made
Yes.
my decision. We're moving on.
Merch, 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 merch. Infinite hole. It won't end. Wait, get here. New achievement. Free achievement. Get yours right now. Pull the lever, receive your new achievement. No more steps. It just works. Get yours right now.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever and... Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
You teaser. Hate you. Give me my achievement. Sure you don't have an achievement over here? Kinda anticlimactic. Like, hugely. What's down here, though? On the real. Nothing. Just an empty hallway. My thoughts and or my hopes and dreams. Where's this,
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen
We
yet?
haven't seen this giant black hole. Let's go down the dark hole. Oh, there's the math of it. The opening, the rim, the circumference of the circle. Oh, to infinity and beyond. Here we go.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
It's like Spy Kids 2. Anybody seen that? When they go to the island and they fall down the hole and they think they're falling forever, but they're really falling in Steve Buscemi's trap, and it's like a giant fan. Great movie. Let's go do it.
You see, isn't it wonderful? Whee! One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Do we just continue falling?
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
What happens if we just continue? Do we splat?
Okay, Stanley. I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
Dude, you just dropped me in a giant hole, man.
Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean.
Can I teleport back up?
Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you... Oh, for heaven... You see? I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time?
It did.
I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole.
Yeah?
I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come
Thank
join
you,
me
Mr.
up above.
Archon, whatever your name is.
Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing that... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability in marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
You were gone.
Well, there it is.
Hey, look, we made it tiny.
Still appealing to you. I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh,
this is the DLC
who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
Bring my jump ability back. You made me jump 30 times. Do you not remember that? The teleport's not working.
The,
Hello?
teleport button not working? You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago.
Yeah, we've ignored it a few times. Oi!
Still nothing?
You broke the game on me.
I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole. I get to do literally anything else.
No.
Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity.
Hey, I was kidding. Come back to the mic. I heard you walk away. Oh, damn it. Please, just let me out. What is that? Archon, weird noises are happening. I don't know who that is. Archon. I'm sinking. Oh no. The hole is going down deep. We're going deep. Godspeed, humanity. I will see you on the other side. Archon. Rest easy, friend. Frankenpooter. Change your perception. What is going on? What is going on? Oh my god.
My head's stronger. Now you're no longer using up the space of mine.
Nice, Larry.
My head's stronger. Now you're no longer using up the space of mine.
Stanley? Stanley!
Help me!
Stanley!
Bro, you just...
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there,
Dude,
drifting away into dreamland.
the
But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole. And I'm looking forward to all of them.
Let's just...
Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle pip.
Toodle pip! Come on, bro. Oh, here comes the noises again.
I'm about to go down to Taco Bell and give me a blast.
Freed me.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
We did the name. My name's Jim. We did the hole. Reassurance bucket. What is the reassurance bucket?
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who
There's
played
no bucket in there, bro.
Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket.
Yeah, we're playing Stanley Parable
You see, Stanley,
too.
anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of
See,
calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms.
Please,
and to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Yes. Let me touch your bucket.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact,
so good
can I
and
say that I
powerful?
do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
So the second one, you get a bucket.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
How do I get up? Oh, right here. That's new. That's new. Oh, we already been there, that epilogue. Is that it? And then we just got that, the middle console. That's it. The achievement's broken. Hello, Stanley. We're building a statue of me. Ooh.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up.
God,
you
look at
simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Oh, the collectibles. Yay! What, 1 of 6? Yes. Collect them all now.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
So does that mean all over here is going to have Stanley figurines? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, are we gonna be able to find multiple Stanleys? Obviously, we didn't find one in there. You'd think that they would put one in there, but they didn't. Jumping circle.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well.
Let's do it.
Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
But you can't give me more jumps? Well. Oh, should we have saved? Oh, we should have saved some jumps, probably. Oh, you won't let me go to see the hole anymore. You won't let me into the hole? So now what do we do? It says collect them all, but I don't even know what to collect. As we check this area. That's where we got the bucket. You think there could be one in there? No. Yeah, I don't know what to do now. It's telling me to collect these gems and I don't see these. Oh wait, did we go here? What is this?
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now? So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Okay. Let's see what you got, buddy.
Okay. Are you ready? Here it is.
Born ready.
I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Wow! Yeah! Holes and jumping.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. What's not good about this? Here we go.
That's perfect.
Version 2.
Wow!
Who am I kidding, Stanley?
Wow.
This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game.
Boom.
Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But
to
it would
game
need
developers?
a really, really tremendous title screen.
I swear it is.
A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2." Let me see if I can whip something up.
Do it. You're on the right path.
All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
I've never played a game on this level. I don't know what's going on. I'm in a game, in a game, in a game.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Perfect.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
All right, guys, we're gonna end this one here. Thank you, Phoenix, for being in here. We're gonna end it here, though. I'm gonna come back to this probably eventually. That was a lot of fun. That was a weird game. Very strange. The sequel is now paused. We're gonna quit to the main menu. Even stayed up as the Stanley Parable too. I love how they did that. That is so funny. So we'll see what the second one has to offer for us. That was quite an intro of the game to the second one. And I'm pretty sure we beat all the 30 in the first one. But if we didn't, we can always go back eventually, later on, down the road. That was a lot of fun. Remember, if you have any game recommendations, put it down and I'll check them out, though, Phoenix. And I'll see you in Discord. And on PZ tomorrow. Or, oh, wait. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Fingers crossed for you. Frankencomputer? I hope you get everything figured out. We'll talk in Discord. New game for sure. Au revoir. Goodbye.